I'm Major Julie Bowman, the Operational Support Team Physical Therapist here at Incirlik Air Base. For a warm-up, we want dynamic movement. That means we're actively moving our joints through a desired range of motion. A proper dynamic warm-up will prepare you mentally and physically for the activity or sport you're about to do. Captain Jennifer Brown, a registered dietitian with health promotion in the 39th Med Group, will be our demonstrator for our dynamic warm-up. We'll start with general mobility with a high knee skip. You can do this in place, or you can do this as a down and back for a set distance. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. Next, we're going to do lateral hops over a line, keeping our feet hip width apart the entire time and focused on landing softly. Again, we'll do this for 30 seconds. Next, we'll transition to our high plank position. We'll start in making sure that we're in a good position with our hips level and our neck is level as well. We're going to extend our hip to where our leg is parallel to the floor. We'll do 3 on each side. Then we'll do hip abduction, or moving our leg to the side. Again, 3 on each side. Then we'll do an upper extremity reach. Next, we'll focus on ankle mobility. So we'll start in a high kneeling position. If you have a mat or a towel you'd like to use, feel free to do so. We want our ankle to be underneath our knee. Next, we're going to move the knee forward towards the toe, making sure that the heel remains down. We're going to do 3 in this position, then we'll change planes of motion. This is the scapular plane, or think about 45 degrees between the front plane. Out to the side, shoulders remain forward, heel must remain down. When you've done 3 on each side, we'll switch to the opposite side. And when you're finished with that, we'll move to thoracic mobility. We're going to start in a quadruped position. We're going to take our hand and place it behind our head gently so that we're not pulling on our head. Take that elbow and reach it down towards your opposite wrist and then up towards the ceiling. 3 times on each side. We'll go back to our high kneeling position. Hands placed behind your head, elbows out. You're going to turn towards the side where your leg is down. Make sure that you're not pulling on your head. When you've done 3 on each side, switch to the opposite side. Then we're going into our low kneeling position, placing your hand on top of your laces, taking your palm, placing it up and sweeping underneath the foot, and then sweeping it up towards the ceiling. 3 on each side. Next, go ahead and stand. We're going to work on some hip mobility, and we'll start by doing a lateral lunge. You want to step out to the side and make sure that your heel on the leg that moved is somewhere between your midfoot and toe on your stance leg. Keep your hips back. Make sure your knee does not go too far forward. You should be able to see your toe if you look down. We'll do 5 on each side. Next, we'll move into our double leg bodyweight Romanian deadlift, or a hip hinge. For this, we're going to place our feet underneath our hips or our shoulders. The position that we're in, we want to maintain with our spine. So we're going to keep a slight pinch in our shoulder blades, and we're going to lean forward, rotating at the hip, letting our hands trace the front part of our leg. And coming back up, we're going to do this 5 times. You should feel a gentle pull in the hamstring or glute area. It should not be painful. When you've done 5 on double leg, we're going to do 5 on single leg. Make sure you're doing this slowly and not for speed. Try and keep those hips as level as you can. The final exercise in our warm-up will be a sunrise squat. For this, we're going to have our feet, again, hip to shoulder width apart. We're going to initiate this movement by bringing the hip down, and again, our knees should not go too far forward. We should be able to see our toes. We're going to go down into the squat and come back up. This time when we go down, we're going to place one hand on our laces and rotate up towards the ceiling. Standing back up, going back down and doing the opposite side. That is one sunrise squat. We're going to do 3 to 5. If your workout includes running or plyometric work, then add these exercises in your warm-up too. We're going to do A skips. Here, we're focused on our hands coming up by our chin, not crossing our body, knees up, toes up. Then we'll do karaoke. Focus on those hips moving as your feet go and take short steps. Finally, we'll do a lateral shuffle. Halfway through, we'll turn and run. A proper dynamic warm-up takes about 10 to 15 minutes to complete, and it will enhance athletic performance, reduce risk of injury, and decrease potential for muscle soreness, so don't skip this important first step. At the end of your workout, you'll want to focus on static stretching, or holding a position for 30 seconds with the target muscle in a relaxed and lengthened state. For more on that, check out our video on static stretching.